These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing, and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you high. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. I can't never let no dusty bitch come break my heart. Can't believe how I was nicking, we went way too far. Know that Ace gon' cut the queen, you better play your cards. You only poppin' on IG, girl, you ain't no star. Sack chasing gold digger with your friends too. Purse full of plan B, you getting ran through. Can't believe I cut for rat, I'm a damn fool. But the joke is on you, now you getting canceled. Must be dazed and confused how you playing, and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you hype. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing, and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you high. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing, and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you high. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. I can't never let. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing, and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you high. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. I can't never let no dusty bitch come break my heart. Can't believe how I was nicking, we went way too far. Know that Ace gon' cut the queen, you better play your cards. You only poppin' on IG, girl, you ain't no star. Sack chasing gold digger with your friends too. Purse full of plan B, you getting ran through. Can't believe I cut for rat, I'm a damn fool. But the joke is on you now, you getting canceled. Must be dazed and confused how you playing these dudes. Can't play me like a fool, don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you hype, you a thought in my eyes. And it's not about to slide, can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated, these hoes is overrated, these hoes is overrated, these hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated, these hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing and these dudes can't.
Hey y'all, how are you guys today? Sorry I came here a little late. So we are on episode 5. Welcome to Love, Lust, and Lies, episode 5, where we're talking about Dom, Sub, and BDSM play. So this is one of my favorite subjects, and I have very special guests on here that will explain this lifestyle to you, okay? So first I want to introduce my co-hosts.
Hey.
All right. Hey, girl.
Hi. What's up? How was your day?
It was great. I just got finished eating, y'all. So I'm so
eating too.
So I know we're both excited about this topic tonight. We've been talking about it lately.
Yeah. It's been coming up a lot around us. It has. So.
Right. And thank you for introducing, our special guests. It's going to be an interesting night to talk about it for people that don't understand this lifestyle. So let me welcome one of our special guests. He's on here. He could introduce himself.
Hey.
Hey.
Ladies, how y'all doing? How are y'all today?
Great.
Can y'all hear me good?
Great. We're blessed to have you on our podcast.
I'm blessed to be on the podcast.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a little small bio. Let the audience know what do you do and where you're from and how they could get it. Yeah.
I'm Sir Leezus. I'm a professional sensual sadist pleasure dominant.
Okay.
So I do live BDSM performances across the country. I do seminars, I do workshops, I do private sessions, I do private lessons. I make a lot of dreams come true. Don't tell nobody.
I like the last. A lot of dreams come true.
I've been in the lifestyle for 20 years. I've been into BDSM for about 10. I've been doing it professionally for about 3 years.
And what is your favorite thing? Like, what is your at most the favorite thing you do? Like, what gives you that motivation to keep on going?
Oh, my favorite thing or my motivation? That's two different questions.
Let's do both.
So my favorite thing is spanking. Being able to spank and feel what that person feels, because I feel the impact as I'm giving the impact. So, and when someone is turned on from pain, so someone that's so sadomasochism is a very big thing for me. So S&M, so spanking and the person receiving it, and me actually spanking the person and feeling every smack. When I use a toy or a paddle or something, it's really just the person that's bottoming or the person that's receiving that feels it. When you use your hand, you're feeling it, and at the same time they're feeling it because the impact is at the same time. So that's why spanking with the combination of choking, erotic asphyxiation, those are my two favorite combinations because it's more intimate. I have to get close. I can't do it from afar. When I choke, I'm in your ear, I'm able to talk to you, and then I'm able to spank at the same time. So that energy transfer for me is at an all-time high. So spanking and choke and erotic asphyxiation at the same time is my favorite activity.
Wow. And okay, that was a great answer. What motivates you?
The thing that motivates me is introducing people to something new, giving them a lane to be sexually liberated and open up, find new ways to please themselves, new avenues to journey down. Because a lot of people get to a certain age and they get tired with basic bedroom sex. They get tired with, getting dressed, heading into bed, foreplay, and that's that. And you want to spice it up. To me, that's like, old news to me. Yeah. So being able to offer a different way of foreplay, a different way to arouse yourself, a different way just to have fun adult activities You know what I mean? That's a motivation for me. And introducing somebody for the first time and them finding out that they've been living life this long and they never knew that something like this can turn them on. That is one of the biggest thrills. Me choking somebody for the first time and spanking them or making them orgasm without penetration, and they just lose their mind. And then they go around. I've been on the earth for 30 years, 40 years, and I've never known, and that moment right there is my self-gratification. That's right there what motivates me to keep going.
Okay. Sounds good. And so I know you have an event this Saturday, or was it this past Saturday?
I just had an event Saturday.
Oh man, I wish I'd have went. You're not thinking about doing nothing in Ohio or Cleveland? We were talking about that.
I would love to come to Ohio. They got somebody has to book me out there. So one thing that a lot of people, and I get a lot of messages, a lot of people think that I'm actually putting these events together and I'm bringing this tour to the cities. When in reality, I'm getting booked for these events, and then I'm adding the events to my tour, and then I'm promoting them, and just like a joint promotion. And I'm saying that I'm bringing a leads experience to this particular place, but it's in conjunction with an actual event. So that's kind of how it works. The only event that I put together myself is the event that I do in Philly, the leads experience in Philly that I do once a month.
Okay. Because I was thinking about having this big summer rooftop event, like a big top rooftop with the tents and all. Like, I know they used to do that in LA, but I was going to bring it in Cleveland. So I was, when you asked, when you told me that, I was like, that you would be a good access. So just think about that. Maybe the summer.
I would definitely entertain the fuck out of that party. I promise you that.
And then since I moved to Cleveland, like there's been a lot of people that has not been, a lot of people at East Coast they're so uptight about it. But I've been opening up a lot of people's mind about this lifestyle. So I think a lot of people are really open to this. So,
the crazy thing is I just had this conversation with one of my mentors, and friends. My event that I did on Saturday was probably 95% vanilla people.
Wow.
So I was able to create a space to where I'm able to promote to vanilla people and give them that experience for the first time.
Okay, so for people that don't know what the definition of vanilla, can you tell them what vanilla people are? So
a vanilla person would be someone, we would consider someone vanilla if they're not in any of the alternative sex lifestyles. They're not in the BDSM lifestyle. They're not in the gangster world. So we would consider them vanilla. Because in the lifestyle, you have a bunch of things under one umbrella. You have swingers, you have BDSM, you have gangsters, you have nudists, you have exhibitionists, you have voyeurs. So you can add poly into it. And those are all under the umbrella of the lifestyle. So anybody that's not under that umbrella, we consider vanilla. Now, there are vanilla people that will say I'm lifestyle friendly, that they might have some friends that are in the lifestyle and they're okay going to some events, but they don't live that lifestyle. Like I live that lifestyle. I started off as a swinger. I've been a swinger for 20 years. Then I got into BDSM through my journey as being a swinger. And then that became my love after I did that. And now I kind of dabble back and forth. I still do swinger events, but I would prefer BDSM events, but I still do that because, that's the lifestyle. I've been an exhibitionist forever. Once I learned that it was a thing, and then I learned there was a community to practice that and engage in that socially, that, takes your mind to another level.
Yes. So for people that don't understand, I know a lot of people like, what does BSDM stand for? What does it stand for? Like,
should I test you ladies on that?
I mean, I know I put that on there. Like,
I think I know it's bondage, sado. I can't pronounce it.
Sadomasochism.
Masochism, and then the S is for
submission.
Submission.
You can also add slave in there too.
Slave and sadist.
Bondage.
Right?
Yeah, so bondage. BDSM, bondage, dominance, discipline. You can add discipline in there as well. S&M. A lot of people just do S&M, the sadomasochism. So for the people that don't know, a sadist is someone that gets pleasure from inflicting pain, and a masochist is someone that gets pleasure from receiving pain. So it goes hand in hand. So you got sadomasochism. So perfect example. I tell people, think about when you're with your partner and he's making love to you from the back and he smacks you on your butt.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if that turns you on, in any type of way, that's a form of being a masochist, because that's a physical thing. He hits you on your butt, or he pulls your hair, or he bites you on your shoulder. Okay, those are things that if somebody random does that to you, like, why'd you hit me? You know what I mean? You bit me on my shoulder. You see what I'm saying? But when you do it in a sexual form and it becomes pleasure, that's a different, that's a different avenue. So a lot of people have been practicing S&M and they don't know it. They weren't able to identify it. And once you do, and you learning that, okay, me getting smacked on my ass turns me on. Okay, that's the thing. And then somebody like me can introduce you to other things, like a paddle, like a flogger, like a whip. You see what I'm saying? Like therapeutic spanking or erotic spanking. Most people get the bare minimum. They get hit on their butt, but nobody's doing it professionally. They're not hitting in the right area. They're not doing it with intentions to please the person. You know what I mean? It's just a natural thing that some men just do.
Yeah, because when I started liking it, like it started with the spanking in the butt, whatever. And then I start telling them to scratch me, or I tell them to bite me.
Yeah.
That's when I found out, like, I like that shit. And then especially when I first went to my first play party and I seen that it was a regular thing, like I thought I was a little weird, like I know I like this type of stuff. But I seen like the lifestyle and I love it. I just I don't think I ever had the right person to do it the right way. You see what I'm saying?
That is one of the key things, finding the right person, especially somebody that is on the same path as you and y'all can take the same journey. That's one thing too. And it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that is a pro. You got to hold on, wait for that train to go by. It doesn't have to be a pro, just someone that wants to learn with you and you can learn together. Because everybody starts somewhere. You know what I mean?
So one of my questions is, do you believe people are trainable? So like, say you meet somebody who's vanilla and you let them know you're interested in lifestyle or you are part of lifestyle and they say that they would try it for you. Do you think vanilla people are actually trainable and you can actually sustain a relationship with a vanilla person?
So to me, I do think it, but it's a tricky question because you have to put a lot more work in for someone that has not been fluent or has not educated themselves in the BDSM community. So you have to make sure that you present everything that they can possibly be subjected to on that journey. And it might turn off a lot of people. And it takes a very responsible person to meet a beautiful woman and then to tell her all the stuff that may turn her off. You get what I'm saying? So when I meet someone, the first thing I want to do is I want to ask questions and see where they are, because I get a lot of women that have never done it and say, oh, I would do this for you. And I'm like, are you sure? You may not understand what you're saying you'll do. Let me show you what that looks like. Let me tell you. Let me, explain it to you. Let me show you in writing. You know what I mean? Let me give you a taste of it without you physically being involved. And then think if you have and then a week later or 2 weeks later, see if you have the same train of thought. See if you have the same request. You see what I'm saying?
So we have a question from one of the audience members. How much pain before it becomes sadistic?
So that depends on the person. So what anybody should do is you have a conversation, you negotiate, you talk to that person, and you give them some way to control how much pain they're going to receive. So when you do that in layman's term, you give them a safe word. They're pineapples, they're purple people eaters, whatever you got for your safe word, you give them that. That's how you control where your pain level is, where it becomes past your level. Okay. So from the outside looking in, say me and you are doing a scene. Okay. And I'm going hand. And you got blood coming from your ass. You're screaming at the top of your lungs. I can't take it no more. But say your safe word is bananas. That's between me and you. You see that? So I'm going until I hear bananas. Or I might call the scene and say, okay, we're going to stop because it might not be the right place to keep going to push you past that limit, whatever. But if we're in a safe place and I can go as hard as I want to go, it's all off of the person that I'm seeing it with who's bottoming for me, because they control it. At the end of the day, they can completely 120% control what the person is doing. I don't care what it looks like from the outside. The person that's bottoming, the submissive, controls it because she can stop it at any time. She has a slow down word, either a nonverbal cue, and she has a I'm done cue. So sometimes if you're not educated enough, you might see it from afar and not know what's going on. and say, oh, she looks like she's done, but she hasn't used a safe word. You know what I mean? So
because she's not really done. So communication is key when it comes
communication
to
is key.
So
Yeah, communication is key. And then a lot of times people don't understand that the person, for me, I don't seek after anybody to do any BDSM scenes, to make a submissive. Everybody has approached me. So this is what this person wants. Then I show them how I present, how I am as a Dom, as a human to them, and then they have to make a conscious decision to want to continue down the path with me. Because I might be into something that they're not into, but this is something that is part of my life that I can't give up. So you have to make a conscious decision to say, hey, it's not for me, or hey, I can deal with that. If you come to me as a sub and say, hey, I want to be a sub to you, but you cannot spank me with your hand, it's not going to work for me. I don't care how beautiful you are, how much we vibe, we're going to have to be friends, because that's something that we're not going to be able to align. We're not going to be able to have to finish a successful negotiation because of that. So you got to be honest with yourself. Me as a Dom, I have to be honest with myself. You as a submissive have to be honest with yourself, and negotiation and all that. But that's how you make sure you're not crossing the line. Make sure that you give the person the proper tools to communicate. Which,
so you explain this to whoever is your sub. Do you recruit your sub, or how many subs? Like, you got one sub, or?
So right now, so I get submissives that hit me up. I probably get about at least 10 submissives that inquire a week.
Okay.
Right. One thing that kind of sets me aside from a lot of people, I'm publicly out there.
Yeah.
I'm not a person that just goes to dungeons and does stuff. I get like, I'm publicly out there, so people see the physical aspect. They see the sexy part of it. They don't know that my journey in BDSM is more mental and emotional, because all they see is what I'm putting out there for visual content. So once you come to me,
that part of it.
So my submissive she has been vetting with me so far for about 6 months, and we have not done a scene yet. We have not done an actual physical, personal full scene yet.
What are you guys are waiting for? Like,
I'm waiting to. So what I'm doing is I'm vetting her. You know, I'm showing her the guidelines. I'm showing her what a protocol looks like, how my protocol looks. I'm showing her how it would change her life if she's able to live this lifestyle with work, with family, with everything. And, you know, I'm going over like everything that I do in life, like presenting myself as a human. That's what I did first for her, presenting myself. So my stages start with, I have an interview process, I have a vetting process. Then after you're done vetting, you have to petition and write out why you want to be my submissive, what's your goals, what you bring to the table. And then I'll consider you. And my considering stage is you're actually in the protocol. So the interview was just me getting to know you, coming to hang out. You got a questionnaire that you answer, and hey, just come hang out. Let me see what your availability is. Show, you know what I mean? Come to an event. I want you to see me around other people. I want you to see the attention I get from ladies. I want you to meet my other partners and all that stuff. See if you vibe. Then you continue from there. You know, see what your expectations are. It may not have been something that you expected, and then from there we just end up being friends. Once we get to the next stage, we both have. I've said, okay, I'm interested in continuing with you. You know, let me show you what it looks like on the next level, and she would have to agree to continue. Then I show you what it looks like protocol wise. Okay, this is what it looks like if you're in protocol with me. Read over this.
So what stage are you in with your sub right now?
So we're in the vetting stage where she has the protocol, and we're just having conversations about the protocol. That's it. She's not in protocol. She doesn't have to follow anything. We're taking time getting to know each other, dating, hanging out. And then I start to explain stuff like if she does something that would be against the protocol, I use that as a teaching moment. Say, hey, listen, you see how you told me you would be back home by 8, but you came back by 11. If you were in protocol, you would get disciplined for that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's what I wanted to ask. I know some people don't do discipline because they feel like it should be a happy thing, but like, what's your discipline?
So punishment, discipline. If you're training somebody and you're kind of doing classic conditioning, right? So you want to break them out of habits that you do not favor. So my protocol might be check in 3 times a day It might be you have to ask permission to use the bathroom or something like that. It might be, you might have diet restrictions. Everybody is different. I'm just putting out stuff like that. You might have to wake up. You might have to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. Let's just say that you stay with your partner every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Part of your protocol might be he has to work on the weekends. You have to wake up at 6 a.m. and you're waking him up with oral at 6 a.m. every morning. And that's your job. 6:02, you don't have your mouth on him, you're going to get disciplined because you just broke your protocol. And so you use discipline as a cause and effect. You know what I mean? Just like in basketball, you miss a layup, the coach will make you run. You see what I'm saying? You miss a foul shot. So you want to concentrate on whatever you're doing because you're thinking about the discipline you can get. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff is not natural. Like you might have to, yes, sir. You may not. How many times do you say yes, sir, to a person between the both of y'all out in y'all regular day life? Do y'all respond to a man, yes, sir, regularly?
Yeah, always.
Everybody, or is there particular people?
Just particular. No, actually, when I date, I do say yes, sir, or yes, king. I do. I'm very submissive when it comes to that.
Okay.
But my issue is like how you're just you know what you want. You need this done. You have a plan. You have a ritual. Like I said, ritual.
Mm-hmm.
6 a.m. I need you to give me oral. 7 a.m. I need you to cook me breakfast. 8 a.m. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? I need that ritual. But some of these people don't have the ritual. So that's my issue. Like some people say they want to be my Dom, but don't have that Dom personality. You see what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that want to be Doms, but one thing is y'all can learn together. You can learn together. So when I do classes and seminars, I always tell people, come up with a protocol. It doesn't have to be crazy intense. Come up with something that you put together that you both agree on that this is what we'll do. Whether it's
but where do you stop where you be like, he's not my Dom? Like there's some usually saying because there's certain people that I want to be my Dom, but they don't hit the protocol. Like where do you say
then
work
you gotta move
together.
on to the next. It's like dating. It's like you date somebody, he doesn't have all the qualities that you look for. You either sacrifice or you move on to the next. You know what I mean? I might come across like, let me see, this year, I probably interviewed at least just this year, at least over 60 submissives. Right?
How many made it?
So right now, I have one partner that's not a submissive. Okay. And then I have two partners that are submissives. Okay. And I have a submissive that I've been interviewing for a minute, but we kind of just she bottoms for me. She bottoms for me. She's great. She's great on the BDSM realm. But we just haven't went past that level. So a lot going on because you also have to have time for whatever you're doing.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So out of the ones that most of the people that message me, they really just want bedroom BDSM.
Yeah.
They want it in the bedroom. They don't want to do it as a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Then also a lot of the submissives that were good submissives, they weren't interested in a polyamorous situation. So that, I bring that to the table as well. You have to be okay with a polyamorous situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my issues. A lot of people want it in the bedroom, but I'm really looking for a relationship.
But you get there's enough Doms that are enough. Let me not say Doms, dominant men or whatever, or tops. Let me say tops.
Yeah, say tops.
Let's say tops that'll spank you in the bedroom and fuck you. But that's the majority of the thing. So a lot of submissives don't. Once they learn that you're not going to come right in and just get all the stuff that you see online, that you're going to have to go through a whole couple of months of actually interviewing and vetting, it automatically your focus ain't there because your motivation was the sexual aspect of it. And that's 100% fine. That's just not my journey personally. Like I don't do any casual play. Anytime I play with someone, I'm either paid to be at an event and they're paying me to interact as a service top, or somebody has booked a private session.
Okay.
So a lot of those women, do they like try to sleep with you? Like I'm sure you get it thrown at you like all day, every day.
Listen. We can't even go down that path because
Oh,
you wouldn't
God.
believe me. Like if you
Oh, I'm
until
sure I've
you
seen your videos. I don't know how I came across your page, but when I saw it, I was like, "Oh Lord!" And I was like, "Oh yeah." Like I showed like few people, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this look lit." But
Yeah.
I wondered how many women in these videos you can see in their faces. They just literally like hypnotized. Like I'm sure they just literally like.
I
They,
was hypnotized when I looked at his page. I couldn't. I think I probably was on your page probably like 2 hours just watching because that's
nice.
what that
I
that's what
appreciate
that's
that.
what I love. That's what I love. You know,
I
me as
appreciate that.
that's why I say you're a dom. I'm a sub. I just can't get nobody to be my perfect dom. You know, I
I
look
mean,
for the
it's not a
area with me too. I
it's
think
not an easy thing. That's like if you're single, I can't find a perfect boyfriend. That's the same thing. So you can't beat yourself down on that because you actually have to invest more time in finding a dom than you do an actual boyfriend or a partner.
But the thing
Because
is, isn't the dom supposed to find us though, or
it
do
depends
we?
on what angle you're coming from. Because I don't go after any submissives. You have to present yourself to me. I don't chase. You see what I'm saying? So it depends
Mhm.
on what your stance is on that, and there's no right or wrong answer because there are doms that will see because y'all are both beautiful women. There are doms that will come after y'all. Me, I could see you engaged. You're going to have to inquire what does it take to be in service to you. I'm never going to say that to you. We can talk and chat for a year. I'm never going to ask you, hey, you want to be my submissive? You'll never hear that from me. You have to inquire for that and ask, hey, what does it look like to be in your sub, or what does somebody have to do, and then we'll start those conversations.
Oh, okay.
So
so. Do
that's how it works for me. And then I tell someone, like, say for example, you're in Cleveland, right? My first thing, and this is another thing too, you have to be able to travel once a month. You have to be able to come to Philly at least once a month,
Mhm.
or come to a city that I'm in at least once a month.
Mhm.
So I have requirements that are already there. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So a lot of times I weave out most of the people going through my requirements, which is cool.
Right.
And my requirements are non-negotiable for me. You know what I mean? Like my submissives, for example, they can't have any intimate relationships if you're my actual submissive. So you
Like
have
you.
to be okay with that
Okay.
before you even start having a conversation.
So none of your
Oh.
subs, they can't sleep with anybody else.
Mm-mm. But I do have a partner that I do enjoy the swinger lifestyle with, but she is not my submissive.
Okay.
You see,
Oh.
so
Okay.
that's different for me. My submissives, when they come in, they know that they can't. Maybe I might let them play with a lady or somebody like that, but they have to before you come and we start the interview process. You have to end all intimate relationships that you have, and I give you time for that. You see what I'm saying? Let me know when you're ready. Come to me. You have to be available physically, emotionally, and mentally. And
That's
if you're not ready, we can talk until that you're ready and you're ready to start the process. Like I won't go nowhere. I understand people come with stuff, you know what I mean? But I want you to make that conscious decision. And I put that information out there. Like I put a lot of stuff that deters a lot of women away. And I'm fine with
Mhm.
that because it makes my choice, my decision, being able it makes my decision making more precise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like I put a lot of stuff out there to deter. A lot of stuff out there to deter. Just like there's no way you can deal with me if you don't like women. I don't care what you say. You can't deal with me if you don't like women. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. Let me see. Um,
What do you call that play? Like me, I like watching, like voyeurism.
yeah.
Like I looked at that, like I like voyeurism. You know, like is that some type of play?
So voyeur is someone that likes to watch. So
Yeah.
when you become a voyeur and you identify as a voyeur in the lifestyle, you go to social events to
just
engage in your kink. You go to social events to actually watch. You'll go to a swingers
Mhm.
club, you go to a party, and you're going with the intentions to watch other people play. It's a difference when you see it by
Mhm.
accident or when
Yeah.
you're doing it intentionally. We're intentionally going out because me and you are partners, and that's our thing. We're voyeurs, and
Mhm.
when we're out somewhere and we're watching, that puts us over our level, you know, sexually, and then we go home and we make love to each other. We make love to each other, or we fuck,
Mhm.
you know,
But what
or
if
we get
I'm the sub, but I just like to watch My man. Is that still voyeurism
No,
for me?
no. That's different. So you could be a so you got like cockos, you got cock queens, you got stag vixens, in the swinger
Oh,
lifestyle. So
is that what it's called? Cockholding?
cock
Cockholding. That's what it is. Where you like to watch your partner.
holding. It's not holding.
It's olding.
Cock holding. Yeah.
Oh, see, I be trying to do some type of research. Cock olding. Okay,
And then
let
it's
me.
like a cock queen when it's the vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have like stag vixen couples, or you have like hot wives,
Okay.
stuff like that. So I have my partner likes to watch. So she'll point out a girl or somebody and say, "Her, I want to watch you," and
Your
she'll have
partner
her type.
that's not a sub. Your partner that's not a sub likes to watch.
Not a sub, yes.
Okay.
So she always like her right there, or her right there, her right there, and then so we have
That's
a
what I
thing to where,
do.
huh?
That's what I do though. I'd be like, I want you to.
But she won't want to be touched at all. She don't want to engage. So, but sometimes I'll force the situation and run over to her or pull her in, whatever. But she literally is 100% okay with sitting in the chair at the hotel, watching, touching herself, and completely not being engaged. The whole thing from watching from afar, being in the dark corner, and that's her thing. And I always mess up her. I mess her fantasy up all the time because I'm watching her watch me, and I'm, busting this girl as I'm looking at her or whatever. See, now y'all got me getting into the swinger stuff. But so, and I'm always messing up her fantasy because I start wanting to get her involved. But that's her thing. Like she'll
And
point somebody out.
does she get involved in it?
I mean, sometimes, but her thing is really not even engaging. She really, really, really does not want to engage, and it's a real big turn on because she's a voyeur. And a lot of people that are like hardcore.
I like to watch my man too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people that are hardcore voyeurs want to stay there. They don't want to engage. They actually, it's more pleasing for them to sit from afar and watch. And then afterwards, you're probably all riled up and now you want it. So different situation.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any like knowledge background on like the baby girl and daddy dynamic?
So I'm not a daddy Dom. I have a lot of friends that are littles, baby girls, full-fledged brats and all that stuff, whatever. So I've interacted with a lot of littles and brats and baby girls. It's just not my personal first choice, because I'm a heavy disciplinarian, and when it comes to a little or a baby girl getting disciplined, and I'm heavy on the discipline, and I don't mean heavy physically wise, but I have strict protocols, and we will definitely be here all day till we get it right. You know what I mean?
I identify as the baby girl, so I would be somewhere crying like,
and I get real stern, and if you use a safe word for something physical, we're gonna go to something mental. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna start losing privileges, or we gonna, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely So I tend not to lean towards any littles, baby girls, but I love them, hanging out with them, just playful, just out and about and socially and all that stuff, whatever. And I've seen with baby girls and littles, just when I was booked to service top an event, or maybe they booked me for a private session. But
so you've done private sessions with littles?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So is that what you call age play though, Coco, the daddy role?
So littles engage in age play. A lot of littles, no, not just with the littles. A lot of them may have an age that they identify as when they're in their little space. But if she's a little, she can speak more on that.
So age play is more so like what the little identifies as. So like me, my age is like between like 4 and 6. On some days, and then some days I might be like 11. But mostly I identify with my 4 to 6 year old. So like if you ever notice like my Hello Kitty, my unicorns, my coloring books, my stuff like that. So the age play is more so where the little goes in her space, and that's the age she is when she's in her little space.
Wow.
Yeah, not like the space, or like the age between the Dom or daddy and the little. It's not that.
So let's talk about role play.
Who going? Who going? Where we going? Oh, what happened
So,
to our
I love role playing. So I just need to find myself. Okay, honestly, like I feel myself like as a sub, but when I go into these sub and dom relationships, it just seems like I'm the dom. Like it's a
well,
switch role or something. Like I don't
that's
want to do that.
because of the guys that you're meeting. That's the problem.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. But
strictly
they're like I date guys that are very dominant, but then when we get in the bedroom, it's just like they're not dominant at all. And I'd be like, why do I?
because
a
maybe
lot of
you need to work on your identifiers.
people out here?
Whatever you're using as an identifier to say this person is dominant. Like you know, there's a lot of people that will beat on their chest when there's just a woman around. You know what I mean? You put them in a room with a real alpha male, you'll see the difference.
They
So
gonna
is there what's a switch? Like I heard about that. Well, I forgot the eye on there, but
So a switch is someone that they can be dominant and submissive. So let's just say you,
switch love. Yeah, you could be a
I
good.
think I am though, because
and
I'm
then
very
it usually goes off of for a switch. That's a woman is usually that's a switch. She depending on the person that she's engaging with, or she might be dominant towards women but submissive towards men. It's so many different combinations, and then it's all off of your personal preference. I know a lot of dominant women that have only been submissive to one person ever, and that's that. You see what I'm saying? I know in my life, I know a lot of women that are dominant, and I'm the only person that they're submissive to. You know what I mean? And then they might only want to be submissive in a safe space because they don't want to. Like I had a submissive that would book me on a regular, and we would do private sessions like monthly. But she had a whole bunch of subs, and she didn't want any submissive that she saw professionally to see her in a submissive state because she said it would mess up her brand, it would mess up her, the situations that she has with the subs. And I understood that, you know what I mean? So even when, like, if we would be on Twitter and spaces and all that stuff, whatever, it would be a mutual respect situation. I wouldn't talk to her like the submissive that I personally knew her. I would just, respectfully keep that line because I understand, how that can happen.
So how do I go about looking for the right dom though? Like,
so this is what I would do. So because it seems like if I gotta give you my personal opinion, now this is just my opinion, you might have some issues identifying dominant men. You might think the guy's dominant, and then he might portray himself as a dominant person, and then as he opens up, it goes away. That's just like the person that you meet a lot of people's representatives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just the same way with dating. You meet somebody's representatives. You know what I mean? If there's some signs you can look at to see, like, if somebody's presenting themselves as an actual dom, are they coming with, what type of questions are they asking you? Can you see, do they have someone that will give them a reference? You know what I mean? Refer, you know what I mean? That'll vouch for them. Do you see them out in the community? Or are they just doing it online? Because when it became a thing, commercially, for mainstream America, people started seeing like the 50 Shades of Grey stuff. And when you see a lot of women into it and there's not a lot of doms, it's an easy outlet for a person to jump in and say, oh, I'm a dom.
Right.
Real fast.
And I've been that so many times. It's like, messaging and we going back and forth. Your conversation is one, but then when we get in person, you trying to lovey-dovey and make love. Like, that's not what I'm here for. Like,
right.
I've encountered that like a lot.
So,
or like my personality is more dom, right? So people get with me thinking I'm the dom, but when then I get in the bedroom, I'm more submissive. So when I get with these doms that I thought was doms, they switch them. Like, I thought you were more dom.
So let's say let me fix the language. Are they doms or are they dominant men? Because it's a big difference.
Difference for sure.
So are they portrayed? Are you identifying them as dominant men or actual doms in a BDSM community? It's a big difference.
I mean, I figure like if they were dominant in the world, they would be dominant in the bedroom.
Not necessarily. Not at all. And then when you say you're looking for a dom, that's different than a dominant man. Like I can be a dominant man and not know anything about BDSM, and not, you see what I'm saying, and not be a dom. Now, are you identifying yourself as a submissive, or are you just a submissive woman?
I'm a submissive woman, but I would like to learn to be submissive. Like
now you have to separate the two, right? Separate the two, and then you have to journey on that. You have to journey on wanting to learn to be a submissive and put yourself in places that there are actual doms that do it as a lifestyle, that are in the BDSM community, as opposed to a dominant man that saw 50 Shades of Grey and he's like, oh, I could spank you in the bedroom. Well, I can do that. It's a million guys that say I can do what I do.
So why do people in the lifestyle hate 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah,
well, I would say it because it was a bad representation of BDSM.
I agree.
On so many levels. But when it comes to me professionally and a business mind, it was an outlet because it got people interested on a commercial mainstream level. So now I can take that and say, hey, you ever saw 50 Shades of Grey? I do live 50 Shades of Grey demonstrations, but it's actually called BDSM. Now let me educate you. But that's just the conversation starter. That's the, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? That's all that is. Because when you go to someone and say, hey, I do sadomasochism,
they're gonna be
they
like,
look at you like you crazy. Hey, I'm a sadist. Hey, how you doing? I'm Lisa. I'm a sadist.
They're gonna be like, you a devil tripper? That's how people act.
A lot easier if you tell your friends, hey, we're going to a live 50 Shades of Grey show, or hey, we're going to see a sadist flog somebody and spank somebody with a paddle. What sounds a lot easier to someone? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that still don't even know what BDSM means, but they can tell you what 50 Shades of Grey is. But then you just use that as a stepping stone to educate them on what they really saw. And it's nobody doing that. You don't get that from the movie. You know, some people just take that for face value and then they go with it. Right. Now you might have somebody buy all the toys after then. Now they fucking somebody up in the bedroom and they're telling you I'm a dime. And now you're not happy. You say, now we're here and we're talking. See, trying to make sure you happy. But that's what happens.
Oh wait, I think I have some more questions. Let me look.
I do have another question. There was a question that was sent to me. Let me hold on. If a submissive refused to do something.
Okay, now is it a random submissive or is this my submissive that is in protocol and we have negotiated everything and she has signed off on this protocol? If she signed off on on our contract, if she refuses to do something, it comes with discipline. And I'm gonna tell you this: I have the patience of a third grade teacher. So
that's good.
I have the patience. We will cancel all the plans. We'll sit there all day and I'll wait. Trust me, my patience is going to outweigh yours. I can promise you that. So it might be discipline might come in a form of spanking, impact play. Let me say impact play. And then the severity of what they did not do or breaking the protocol, that would, so depending on how severe it was, would determine what I use. It might be my hand, it might be a bat, it might be a paddle, it might be a golf club on the ass. You know what I mean? So it might be electric play. It might be you lose Instagram, you lose social media for a week. That might be the case. You know what I mean? You may have had an event you were going to, you might not be able to go to the event. I might make you show up at an event that's appropriate, but you got to be there butt naked, completely butt naked. So you walk in the whole time, even before dressed down and all that. That might be the case. I can think of a million things. It's getting severe. I'm trying to think. I don't even want to go with any severe stuff that I did. I don't want to go there. But so I think I'm crafty with discipline. So you just know that when you're with the dominant, he should give you a protocol and show you, what he does as discipline. And then you're able to also give what your hard limits are. So I know not to do anything that's a hard limit, because I might be a person that uses fisting as punishment, and fisting might be a hard limit for you, but we should have negotiated that before we continued our relationship.
Right.
You see
Now,
what I'm saying?
for people that don't know the difference, or like what are hard limits, soft limits, because some people are unfamiliar with
So
that.
a hard limit is something that is an absolute non-negotiable. You don't like this. Perfect hard limit, dominant, basically smutting you out as a sex toy, like taking you to a club and letting everybody at the club have their way with you as punishment. That might be a complete hard limit, forcing you to play with other people. Anal might be a complete hard limit. You know what I mean? Water sports might be a hard limit for you. Scat play might be a hard limit for you. So, people do different stuff, but you have to have that conversation. So now if you have all these hard limits, I have to find something that you don't like, but it's not a hard limit. So that's the hard part of my end. You know what I mean? So I push the line. You don't like this, but this is not a hard limit. So that's a conversation that's had early on. Let me know your hard limits and all that stuff, whatever. So on. So I have that conversation during my interview process. Tell me your hard limits, because you might say sex is a hard limit, and I'm like, yeah, we're not doing this. That might be the case, but if it's someone that is booking me, maybe like is booking to do so I got a booking for a weekend. Somebody booked me for a weekend. Brought me down to Atlanta, booked me for a weekend, and sex was a hard limit for them. And so that means that there was no sex, but I don't do sex during any bookings anyway. But that's something that they put out there, and it's understandable because there are doms that will have sex with, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not exchanging money and having sexual favors and all that, whatever. That's just try to remain professional. You know what I mean? But and then you have soft. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so Doug asked, "What if the submissive realizes it's not for her midway through? Do she get punished, or can she just walk away?"
So if midway through, I'm assuming they're talking about they started a Dom Sub relationship, and midway through, let me see what is submissive. So I'm assuming that if they're just doing a scene or they're role playing or they're doing something for the weekend or something like that, at any moment, if she uses a safe word or she says, hey, you have to honor that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go past it because you might start something that she didn't know she didn't like.
Okay.
And she might have to establish like, hey, I think this is a hard limit for me. You know what I mean? Because you might introduce her to something, but you should always try it first. If it's something new, what I would do, now this is just me educating a person. If you're going to try something new, you say, hey, listen, let's try this, whatever. Use your safe, because she still has a safe word. Regardless if it's a hard limit, she still has a safe word. Then you have a conversation after and say, okay, this is a hard limit. Now, we're not going to do this anymore past this point because she still has a safe word.
So it's kind of like she's discovering it's a hard limit, like in the midst of it, like something happened or something's happening, and I don't like this.
She uses a safe word, and then we have a conversation, and we remove that off the list. So what I'm thinking about what this person is saying, if she realizes that it's not for her midway through, like midway through your journey, as in we've been talking for 3 months and we've been dealing with for 3 months, and then the person says, hey, I thought I could do this, I can't do this, can't hold her against her will in the contract. You know what I mean? Now you can have a conversation and say, okay, respectfully, but for you to keep somebody there and say, well, you signed this for 6 months, and she's like, this is not for me, I completely so nah, then that becomes you crossing those consent lines, because at that point she stopped consenting to what you're doing. Even though you have a contract, she stopped consenting to what you're doing. Huh?
He said midway through the act is what he was asking.
Midway through the act.
Yeah.
So she uses a safe word, and then you're done. As simple as that. Person uses their safe word, they done. It, like, you could start it, whatever. She uses her, so you give her the safe word. That's her power that she has. Because at the end of the day, the submissive controls everything. At the end of the day, she's allowing you. I'm only doing what the submissive is allowing me to do. Okay. Right? She gives me the power to do what she allows me to do. I'm not forcing anything that I want to do. I've already presented it to her, right? And she's okay with everything that I present. She's allowing me to do that. I do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Okay, here it goes. She has to allow me to do all that. But then at any moment, she can take that away from me with a safe word. And I have to respect that. I could be in mid-spank going so-and-so, and she's like purple pineapples. And I'm like, okay.
You got to stop.
Wrong. She's like, this not for me, I'm done. Okay. Let's wrap it up, whatever. Let's talk about it.
Have anybody ever midway did you with the safe word?
People have used their safe word. I usually give a slow down gesture. So they're able to slow down, but people have got to the point to where they were done their session and they done orgasm too much and they're done. It's like, okay, I'm done. Then the next time they went a little farther. Then the next time went a little farther. I have one person that when she first started, she booked hour session. She went about 20 minutes. Then she got the 40 minutes. Then she got to the hour. Then she asked for more. Then eventually, she built herself up. You know what I mean? So people tap out. I start off sensual and slow. So it's not going to happen fast for me. If I'm disciplining someone, it's going to go straight to something hard. But when I do my sessions, it starts off with sensory. Unless someone asks for like a hardcore punishment spanking, and that's what they want from the rip. I've received those requests before. If you're just asking me to do me, it's going to start off sensual for a minute. We're going to make you orgasm before I even spank you.
Sounds good. I really want to know this, like physical connection. Do it have to have a certain look for you?
A certain look?
Physical, like.
So professionally, no. That's just like asking a masseuse, do you have to be, do I got to be attracted to book a massage with you? You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot different to what I'm choosing. You know what I mean? Like, say I saw you, I would actually introduce myself and I would have a conversation because I would be interested. I would actually try to talk to you. Now, I'm not going to present myself to you as, hey, I want you to be my submissive. I'm going to say, hey, we should link up and go have some drinks. Let's go have some dinner, whatever. Let's talk. And then I'll present myself as a human to you. Now, you know what I do. You might not ever hear a conversation me saying, hey, come be a submissive, because it's not going to work like that for me. You're going to have to.
But if somebody booked you and there's no physical connection, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you're booking me. And I'm doing it as I'm providing a service. It's a job. I'm providing a service. It doesn't. I've had unattractive people. I've had people that I'm like, I had to rearrange my contracts and say, hey, you need to shower at least an hour before you see me, 30 minutes before. I had to change stuff like that because I've had situations where like, hey, I need you to get in a shower, love, before we continue. It's not it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it doesn't matter what they look like because I'm providing a service. And I'm, and I'm able to do it professionally. And I don't have to be.
You're not providing a service, and you like with a random, or you don't deal with randoms.
I don't do randoms. So if I'm anything is, I've been paid to be it. I've been paid to do the service. So if I'm I get booked for swinger parties, and they book me as a service top for like 3 hours. So I'll set up, and anybody at the party can come up and engage. I'm not turning nobody down. I'm doing scenes with everybody. But if I go to a dungeon, I'm bringing my personal submissives. Gotcha. I'm not seeing it with nobody at the dungeon. I'm bringing my personal submissives or my partner, or we're all going together and we're doing stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So for me, like I've gone to like play parties and I've gone to dungeons, and I can't engage if I'm not physically attracted. Like
me either. Like you're not physically attracted.
Let me respond to this guy right here. So my question I would ask, if you were a massage therapist or masseuse, would you turn somebody down because they're unattractive? You got to think about that business mind. So what his comment is showing me that it's he's looking at it personally. I'm looking at it professionally.
Right, because your subs are your type, but for business, for the Lisa's experience, it does not matter.
Yeah, I don't know if he heard me, if they heard and said that you have to pay for a session. I don't just do random pickup play. People are paying for a service, and I'm providing the BDSM service for these people. My submissive is different. Like, that's my. So one thing is I had to learn how to protect my energy because I transfer a shitload of energy, right? And every time I do a scene with somebody, I connect. If you see how I do scenes, like you said, you see the people's eyes and all that stuff, whatever. Once I get to a scene, I am connected. I could tell you, every girl would tell you, I was there and married to this dude for that moment I was on his table. That's the energy that I'm transferring. So when it becomes professional, I'm able to separate it, and still at the end of the day, you could say I had to pay him for that. That's just like a guy seeing a prostitute or a stripper, right? Or a sex worker. Let me say that. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself.
Right? It'd be me talking like that. So
a sex worker or a dancer, right? She's going to dance with you like she loves you, like you're her boyfriend. She's going to make you feel like that. But if you're not spending money, she's doing her job onto the expert. That's her job, to make you feel wanted, to make you feel like you can take her home. That's her job. Just like if you see a sex worker, that's their job, to give you that type of experience. It's my job to make you feel like that. He said he can't do it. Get it. Somebody got to provide a service.
I understand that. You know, when money and service is involved, you know, the looks don't matter. But for him to be my dom, I got to be physically attracted to him.
Like when I'm looking for a daddy, like it's a certain person I'm looking for. When I'm looking for, like, when I'm like, now I do massages. When I do massages, I'm trying to get this bread. It is what it is. But when I'm engaging in a dom or a daddy, you have to be a certain type, a certain build, a certain stature. Because this is my, like, for my daddy, it's my safe space. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have a connection where it's like, it makes me want to be me with you.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. I feel that. Yeah, the journey is different depending on the angle you're coming from. Like I said, like I'm interviewing, like people will approach me, and then I'll tell everybody, you know, I can interview you. We'll see where it goes. I may not be a fit for you. I tell most of the people I'm probably not a fit for you, but what you will walk away with is some education, and you'll be able to take this knowledge. And when somebody else approaches you about a Dom Sub dynamic, you'll be able to keep that in mind and say, oh, well, when I was talking to Lisa's, he did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You ain't even did A yet. Like, and it'll give you that insight to see, like, okay, this dude he a clown. He not really trying to do nothing. He just sees I'm attractive. He sees I'm into it, and he's using that to holler at me. You know what I mean? And you'll get a lot of that in the community.
Try to use being a dom as a way to try to sleep with you because they think that it's just about sex, and there's so much more to it than that. Like, if you want to smash, just say that. Don't come at me saying that I'm trying to be your dominant or I'm trying to be daddy, and you're trying to be a different type of daddy, like not the daddy that I'm looking for.
Exactly. There's a big difference between personal and professional. Am I supposed to be reading these questions, or are you reading these questions?
No, I'm reading them. Carol, thank you, Carol, for that that input. Yeah, it is personal and professional, which we deal with all the time because I do host, these play parties once a month, and sometimes you have to be personal or professional or whatever.
And one crazy thing this is a fun fact. There's women that I might have as play partners, and and I won't do any BDSM scenes with them unless they book a session. So I have women that I have physical interactions with, sexually, whether we link up on some, go have a drink in the room or something like that. But I won't do a BDSM scene with them, even if we are consistently sexually active with each other, because I separate the two.
What's a scene for people who are who don't know? Like, what is a scene?
So a scene would be is like it's BDSM play. It's like a let me see, depending on, I'm gonna say BDSM, it might be spanking. If I spank you, that's considered a scene. If you do fire play, that's considered a scene. If somebody does wax on you, that's considered a scene. You're scening. I'm the top, you're the bottom, and we're creating a scene. We're creating a BDSM scene that involves power exchange in some type of form. You know what I mean? I'm the dominant figure, you're the submissive figure, and we're doing we're engaging in BDSM practices. So we call it a scene in the BDSM community.
Doug said, if he had busted feet, I'm out. Doug, you crazy.
Bro, he tripping. not the busted feet though, bro.
I did a massage before where the guy's feet was, but I had to do it. I was getting paid. I had to do it.
It happens.
It happens.
Now I'm sweating. It's hot here.
It's hot in there. It's hot in there. No, I'm getting hot, not because of the temperature, but because I love listening to what you're saying, because that's what turns me on.
Wait till you see it in person.
No, I you know what?
We about to book you ASAP.
Wait till you see it in person.
Watching.
What'd you say?
The video I keep watching of yours that turns me on.
Which one?
Isn't that too much? One with the nails, like.
Okay. Yeah, I got the one with the lady with the tats.
Like, hold
Yeah.
on.
So those claws, so I call them my Black Panther gloves, right?
Okay.
And I can actually make electricity conduct through the fingertips.
Oh, can you do it across my butt one time?
Say what?
Can you do it like across my butt one time with the electricity?
But as long as I can put my hand around your throat when I do it.
Sign me up.
And then let me add this to you, right? I'm gonna put my hand around your throat while I do it, and I'm gonna run this across your butt, and I'm gonna give her a wand, right? One of the real powerful wands, and I'm gonna tell her to hold it right on your clit while I'm choking you and while I'm running the nails down there. Then I'm also going to make you do a Kegel, and then I'm gonna make you hold it until I tell you to release. All at the same time.
I have not mastered the holding yet. I try though. I try.
You will. I promise you. It's different over here.
As a baby girl, that's why I stay in trouble, because I can't hold it.
You will. It's different. I promise you.
Do you receive pleasure from pleasing your sub, or is it you transfer into them?
So no. So I receive my pleasure is received from them being pleased by what I'm doing. So like that works for me. And that's just with me with anything. If it doesn't turn you on, it don't do nothing for me. Spanking is my favorite thing, but if spanking is not your thing, it's not turning me on. If it's sensory play, that's cool. If you just want to be choked and hear words of affirmation, then that's going to turn me on because it's turning you on. So I need that energy that's going to get me going. That's why I'm considered a pleasure dom, because if it doesn't please the person, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to do what pleases you. We might say me and you. Okay, so say me and you, right? Our interaction is all sensory play, all words of affirmation. I'm talking to you pretty, calling you, you pretty princess, and I'm doing all types of sensory, and then that gets you there. Say me and you're a naughty little slut, and it's all hardcore impact. You know what I mean? Now, if that's what turns you on, I'm turned on by that. If that's what turns you on, I'm turned on by that. So that's how I engage. You know what I mean? So that makes me a pleasure dom. I'm going to do what pleases you. So when people come to me, I say, if you walk up to my table, I say, what are you interested in? What would you like? Tell me you know what I mean? Oh, I just want this, that. I don't want any of the impact. Okay, cool. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to have the same type of energy that I did with the person that I was flogging for 10 minutes, 30 minutes. You're going to get the same energy. I'm just going to do it in a different way because I'm flexible like that and I can maneuver. But everything that I do involves seduction and the energy transfer. So this is what puts me at a different level from a lot of people. You know what I mean?
So there's a couple of people on Instagram that says, sign me up. So,
sign me up.
I am really like hot. I don't know.
Y'all should have told me to go live on my Instagram and connect the thing. So I would have. Huh?
Okay. We all on live, but next time we'll bring you back.
Yeah. You do it like that, I would have had y'all there rocking.
Oh, Doug want to also ask, as a professional, would you deal with transsexuals?
So I have a line that I don't personally cross.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone approaches me, I would refer them to somebody else respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it comes to like interacting, like just at an event or something like that, whatever, I don't have no issue with that. But booking an actual private session, you know what I mean? So that's just not my personal thing.
Okay, so we friends now. Can you find me a daddy?
I can point you in a direction.
Okay,
I'm not going to find you because I'm not going to be responsible for introducing you to.
My friend said, what kind of daddy?
not a sugar daddy. I want like a BDSM daddy. I want to be able to go into my little space. I want to be able to and like really just like let my hair down and just be me, just even if it's just one time. Like for real one time.
I will.
I don't need him to find me nothing. I want to know where's my application at for you.
Listen, you can drop right in my inbox. We have a conversation.
Because I don't know if I want this so bad. Like I'm craving it so bad, but it's just like I've been hitting people that's just not my dom. Like I need.
So I'm gonna ask you the two things: are you craving the mental aspect of it or the physical aspect of it? That's the first question.
Both. Like I want both. Like
I need to know what stands out more to you. Not both. What stands out more? If you have to pick one, what stands out more?
Mentally.
Huh?
Mentally.
Okay. So you have a conversation.
Did I pass? Oh, yeah. I passed.
Not that I passed.
Mentally is for me because I'm so like dominant. Like I need a dominant. I need someone. I guess is it like fantasy or is it role playing? What is it like when I get?
I mean, that's my lifestyle. So
that's what I'm saying. Like I love this lifestyle.
It's when technically so. Most people is role play because you step into that role because you go to work. You might be dominant at work, and then you come into this space to where you're submissive to this person. So you're playing that role. Technically, some people are 24/7, and that's still what they're natural. I'm naturally dominant.
Yeah,
that's I've been a dominant person since middle school.
So you're 24/7 dom.
I'm a 24/7 dom.
Do your subs live with you if you don't mind me asking?
No, they don't live with me, and they're in 3 different states.
Okay, so that's why you said being able to travel.
Yeah, so being able to travel is one thing, and then I'm in a different state 3 weekends out the month, so doing shows and stuff like that. And
so would you be with somebody that would you actually be with someone that's a sub, like relationship wise, like you live with them, like you actually?
Because I'm my submissive that I have, that the submissive that I'm vetting now, they also are potential life partners.
Okay.
So I could have a submissive that's not a potential life partner. Huh?
And that's why you said they have to be into the poly part of it because
but then I can have a submissive that I say, okay, I'm interested in just the Dom Sub dynamic, and that's cool. You know what I mean? So that can happen like that. But the submissive that I am interviewing, I'm interested in them being life partners as well. They know my partner that's not submissive, and they have relationships with her. You know what I mean? Separately. So so if I ask somebody, I try to present that, but I don't force it. It has to organically happen. Right. You know what I mean? It has to organically happen. So I would 100%. But that's one of the questions that I ask in my interview process. Are you interested in being in a relationship with your dom, or are you just interested in having a dom sub dynamic? I asked that in the beginning, so like that's a possibility.
Right.
Well, I want a relationship type of a dom. Like I want this for the rest of my life. Like I really want to, like literally this is my
collar.
I want to wear a collar. Like sometimes when you wear a collar.
In the BDSM community, a collar is like a wedding ring. It's the form of ultimate commitment. So that's the simplest explanation. It's like a wedding ring.
They said the collar is more important than the wedding ring.
I mean, if you're in the BDSM, that's So because go ahead.
No, because somebody, I was at work one time, story time, where somebody came in with the collar, and all my workers were like, "Why is she wearing that? Why?" And I'm just sitting here like, "That's so fucking sexy to me,"
Yeah.
But then also, you should, if you're going to work, she could have a day collar on that just looks fashionable, but you still have something to represent it. And then you have, you usually have different types of collars. You know what I mean?
I want a collar. I want to be known as,
So come earn a collar then.
That's why I said I want to earn a collar. Like I do.
He said, "Come earn it." That was your invite.
Oh, earn us the invite. I do. I want to. Like that's just what is. I don't know. That's just what I like. Like but there's just I haven't met nobody like that. It's just crazy. I don't know where would you.
It has to do with where we are as well. Like I have a feel like all that stuff, and that stuff is.
You might have to come to Philly to find what you're looking for.
And you know what? I got into the lifestyle going to the DMV in the Philly area.
But honestly, any website, any platforms, any online platforms where people could find doms and subs. You know how there has like dating websites for certain people.
Yeah, but the same thing that you'll get trying to date somebody off of Tinder or Plenty of Fish. Like you're gonna find creeps, you're gonna find frauds. You might find a good person here or there, but you get on FetLife and find somebody, but you still got to go through the trials and tribulations with that person. You're going to meet a whole bunch of, it's a million people that say Dom on a thing that I know in person. I'm all like, yeah, I hope nobody fall for that bullshit. I see that shit all the time.
No, Doug, you cannot get Doug is married to my cousin. I don't think your cousin wants that. But I do want a collar though. That, I mean, I'm craving that. I don't know if I'm older or I'm just like sexually bored right now. But
I mean, well, that's earn it. Do what you need to do to
how
earn
do
it.
I earn it though? Like,
what you do is you invest the time. You invest the time.
45.
You find,
like, there's no time for me.
How old are you?
Now, 45.
We around the same age bracket.
But I don't have no time to be vesting. I can't wait 6 months to find my right person. Like, I don't know.
So listen, take a trip to Philly and have a conversation with me in person.
Oh, we can. So y'all can hang out. I just want to go to a game.
A game?
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay, come down. Yeah. Y'all should come down for a weekend and hang out.
I wish we would have went this past weekend for the event. When is your next weekend? When is
man, let me look at my calendar.
Yeah, please listen, Coco. We're gonna go to this next event. I don't care what state is in. When is it?
So my next event. Let me see.
He get on my nerves. Anyways, okay, go ahead. When's your next event?
I have an event next Saturday. This Saturday coming up. In Philly. And I'm supposed to be in Vegas the 11th, but I think it's gonna get canceled because I haven't heard from the promoter in about 2 months.
Oh shit.
So
okay.
Well,
I have a party on the 15th
on a party.
Of what?
Of May.
You have a party on the 15th of May? The 15th of May is a Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it's a Thursday.
The 16th of May.
16th. Sorry.
Okay.
I have a unicorn party that day.
A unicorn party in Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio, on a Thursday, huh?
We'll get you an Airbnb.
Would you want me to come perform? Or come set up and do interaction?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will we'll have a business conversation offline.
We will.
But I am the 15th of May, I gotta be, so the 18th. No, that's tough. Okay. Yeah, because I was supposed to be. So Thursday, you saying? We gotta have this conversation offline.
Oh yeah, we'll talk.
Because I'm supposed to be. I have an event in Connecticut on the 18th.
Even if it's not in May, I have a play party once a month. So even if it's June, if we would have to stretch it out, but I want to see what you do. Like, it's interesting. Interested.
I'm gonna tell you, in the space that you're at, craving to be submissive, craving to be in a submissive state, and you see what I do, you're gonna lose your shit.
You're gonna blow your top, love.
You're gonna drool out the mouth a little bit. I promise you.
I promise.
It might get licked off, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
Listen, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot. Like, I'm hot. I tell him that, I told my cousin to turn on the air, but I don't know. But I love unicorn. Like, I love to be a unicorn.
So both of y'all are unicorns right now?
Yeah, right now, but I really crave a relationship.
Like, did you see my Instagram? Like, the unicorn is in my bio.
Okay, I'm just making sure y'all may have
I'm a
unicorn or whatever. Now. I don't know y'all need one of y'all situations.
But literally, I want to be the relationship and bring a unicorn in my relationship. You see what I'm saying? But right now, I don't have nobody. Like, literally everybody that I'm with, I tell them about my lifestyle, and they get scared.
I mean, well, you have access to what you're looking for. So
where?
You have access to what you're looking for. So what I'm gonna need you to do is start complaining and put your right foot forward and take some motherfucking action. That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Because you got access to it.
We'll be out there.
Yeah. He's speaking hold on, let me see. He's speaking the truth. There's an event this weekend. Hold on, what event? So this is my Instagram. So Instagram, Miss Ronnie. Oh, is the event? Oh no, she's saying that it's the event this weekend. No, he's speaking
No,
the truth.
not that we don't have an event this weekend. Lisa's, do you have an event this weekend?
Yeah, I have an event in Philly this weekend. You can find it on my page.
Philly is how many hours away?
Like from here, it's like 8 hours.
Oh, that's too far. You might as well fly out there.
I mean,
and then I'll be in Connecticut the 18th. And then I'll be back in Philly the 25th. Huh?
Oh, hold on. She said she's in Philly. Okay, I'm in Philly. So you got to get a hold of Miss Ronnie. Tell her where your event's at.
It's an event that I'm booked for, so it's not my event. But if you come to my page, I will send a flyer to you. I can't tell you where it's at on the top, because I'll get the address, the actual address that they of. But it's definitely in Philly, and Philly is only 30 minutes big, so it ain't like, it's gonna be a big difference if I tell you if it's in West Philly or South Philly, or it's gonna be accessible. Anyway, though, I could look to see. It's called. Let me see the name of the. Man, I'm tripping. She gonna kill me for not remembering the name of this. It is called.
But you could actually go to.
Is it a public event?
So the party. What's the name of the party? It's called Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb.
Can she go to like Eventbrite or something to get a ticket?
Yeah, I could send her the ticket link, but if she comes to my page, I'm gonna share it. Tell her I'm gonna share it to my story right now.
Okay, so Miss Ronnie, if you go to my last post, you can see I tagged him on there. Go to his page and he put it on his story.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my story.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it on my story right now, and you'll be able to. I'm gonna share it right now. Do not disturb. Nope. And I'm sharing it. So I shared it to my story right now, so she Gucci.
And also tell them where they can follow you and find you.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Sir SIRR Leezus LEEZUS. That's Sir SIRR LEEZUS. You follow me there. That opens up the rabbit hole to everything else. And y'all, I know y'all ain't been on my Twitter yet, because we would have been having some different conversations as well. Because I
haven't. Like, yeah. I got
the XX stuff on there.
Yeah, I haven't been.
Do you have a Fat Life?
I have a Fat Life. I have a OnlyFans. I have all that.
I gotta find all that. I have an OnlyFans. I just haven't really been putting a lot of content on there. But
my OnlyFans consists of spanking and making girls squirt with my hands.
There.
I'm just speechless.
I don't think I've ever seen you speechless.
So listen. So why don't y'all do this right? Do this right now while we're on the live. I want y'all both to pull out y'all phones, right, and go to my Twitter, and I want y'all to see. I'm gonna put a video up, and I want y'all to describe. Huh?
Twitter won't let me log in, so Love gonna have to send it.
So that is even better then, because her reaction gonna be crazy. So that's what I want you to do, right?
Can you send me it on my my DM? What your Twitter is, real quick?
You want me to send it to you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. That's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you right to the Twitter. I want you to look at this video, right, and I want you to give them the reaction and explain what's going on. But make sure you watch it all the way through.
I'm mad. My Twitter.
Watch it all the way through, and you're going to explain to her what you just saw, and then also explain to her how it made you feel.
I think you guys see how it will make me feel.
I
want you to explain in details. Did you send me a message? Because I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send the link to.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a message right now. Hey, right there. Send it to me.
I'm mad. My Twitter won't work.
So I want you to.
Girl, I got this. I'm gonna see.
I'll be in Cleveland on Wednesday. Just save it. I'll be in Cleveland on Wednesday, so I'll pull up so I can see it.
Okay. So let me know if it goes through. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. Now I gotta log in.
Let's make you log in. She forgot her Twitter.
I haven't been on Twitter in a long time, and I can't even say I forgot my email.
Oh,
my goodness. You just can't send me the video?
Let me see if I
Who
got
has
it.
his Twitter? Okay, first name.
I don't think I have the video. Just regular. Let me see.
Oh my god, yes. They won't let me log in. Well, try again.
All right, well, I'm gonna fix
Yeah.
mine. I'm gonna text you.
Let,
I mean, message you for the video.
let me see if I could just send the video because I don't even have it. I don't think. Nope.
Let's see. Okay, I gotta get a verification code now.
Oh man, they doing you
They
dirty.
doing me wrong.
Do there.
All
They
this
put
shit
you.
I got. All this shit
They
I'm doing to kill.
they
Go
put
find
you
the
because you
video.
need to see it organically. They put
Okay,
you through all the trials and tribulations.
it's okay. Screen share so we can all see.
No.
Nope, you gotta go follow him. Follow his Twitter.
Not on what is this? I don't know what platform this is, but y'all that you should get banned from everywhere.
Right. You guys want me to get banned? I know.
All right, so
definitely
while
get banned.
Love is logging into her Twitter, do we have any more questions, comments, audience who's watching? Did y'all learn anything? Like what's going on? Where we at? We'll wait and see if any people answer. I know I already was slightly educated. Like I've been like dabbling in the lifestyle for a very, very long time, probably like 15, 20 years maybe. I've experienced like play doms, but nothing serious. Nobody as serious as you. But it's definitely an interesting lifestyle and it's very intriguing. So my goal is moving forward to just continue to educate and like seriously educate and meet people who are seriously like in the lifestyle instead of people who are saying they are and they're using that as a method to get in because they're trying to fuck. And so
Yeah, that's all it be though. Everybody be like, I want to be your dom. I want to be your dom. No, you just want to have sex with me. No,
right.
this is my lifestyle. Like, do you really want to do what I do?
So me, I don't want a dom. I want a daddy. I don't want a dom. Like I do, like I will play with a dom, but like I want a everyday 24/7, or even if it's not 24/7, like a weekend daddy or like a couple days of the week. Like I don't want a dom. I want a dominant man in my life, but I want a daddy.
Did you find? Are you still logging in? Are you in?
No, her screen is white.
It won't let me log in. Like literally.
What it's saying?
Me like that.
It just says.
Huh?
It just won't let me log in at all. Let me see.
Okay, I'm gonna do this for you. Cause now I got a screen record for my thing because I don't have this video just set up.
You record it and then send it to me on Instagram.
Oh, see now I gotta send it to both of y'all so y'all both get it.
I'm saying,
hold on.
But I'm just saying.
For the
listen. I need to mute my my thing for a second with the audio.
So I know Coco, you said you want the daddy role. I want the daddy role too, but I want this as a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I really just
for sure.
Huh?
I want it as a lifestyle, yeah. But there's a difference. So they do have like daddy doms, but I want just like a straight up like the daddy part. Like so it's just again just finding like that specific, like what are you looking for?
I don't know. I just want someone to live the rest of my life happy with me and being a dom and me wearing a collar. Yeah, I just want that lifestyle, and I just hate when people get in my inbox and be like, "I want to be your dom."
Right. Oh yeah, because I know my inbox is about to blow up with people talking about they ready to be my daddy, and I'm about to block all y'all. So don't even come on here with that. But yeah, but it's definitely interesting. But I think that Lisa's made a good point that maybe you should kind of explore the difference between a dominant man and a person that's actually a dom, like a BDSM dom, and then I think that will help you like cipher through.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
I think it'll help you like, yeah, we ready. We waiting for you.
Nah, I got y'all. Let me crap out. Let me crap out because I had a screen recorder. So let me crap it out.
Not crap it out. All right, after this reaction, I gotta run.
You know, I'm hardcore. Look, I'm over my cousin's house, and she's making me drink tequila. I haven't had tequila in 2 months.
I'm a whiskey drinker. I need I'm a
Me
whiskey
too.
drinker.
I heard you a whiskey drinker.
I'm a whiskey drinker. I try to
But
get
I
rid
got
of
do y'all both see? Do y'all both have access to the? Maybe y'all don't. Let me I'm gonna
So
send
what?
both of y'all. I sent it to you. Did you send me a message to your thing, Because I got a million messages. You send me yours.
I don't have
Send me a
it.
message on Instagram. No, I already got that message from you. So I can send y'all both. Okay. Hand it over though. That was too aggressive for my liking.
Oh,
We have an audience member from Instagram that says, "How do you safely discover and explore? Would I have to get with a professional first? I'm scared of a random."
So I say this, right? If you want to explore BDSM play, like the physical aspect of it, like a scene or spanking and all that, or maybe you want to be flogged, you want to do sensory play, go to a professional, pay for it. So you know the person is not going to have no ill intentions, or the person is not doing it for personal gain. So that's what I would say. And then you're able to see what you like, see what you don't like, and then maneuver from there. So I might get a lot of people that do a first time session, right? And they're like, okay, I didn't like this, I didn't like that. So then I'll suggest other things. Okay, you should try this, you should try that, you should try this, you know what I mean? And then they'll go from there. So you can go professionally for play and just to see the physical aspect of it, you know. And then once you find the dime, you know what you like already.
Right.
Okay.
That's a great advice. Okay, I got the video.
So, okay, Coco, let's watch it at the same time.
Yeah, I watched it at the same time. She done already started watching. She done watched it 4 times
I didn't
already.
while I was listening. Should I mute my mic or no?
No, because you can have you can let the audience hear it.
Okay.
If you want.
Okay, tell me when you press play, because I'm gonna press play too.
All right, go ahead. I always got audio in there.
So that's on your Twitter?
What's your Twitter?
You already got a Twitter.
I'm about to get one.
Okay.
I'm about to get one.
You know, I pay attention to details, so I see the red mask.
And the first thing I caught out was the gray sheets. Squirting on gray sheets is life. So we supposed to be giving a reaction?
Y'all done already gave your reaction.
Oh, I
You're
did?
supposed to explain to.
So for the people in the back, when he said making you come using his hands,
how did it do that?
Then some great hands.
What is that?
What is what?
Y'all tell me what it is.
It's a meat cleaver. It's a meat cleaver. Oh, but no, she's squirting her ass off. Like she's living her best life is what she's doing.
That was quick. That was like 1.1 seconds. It went from dry to wet like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had that, honestly.
You ever had what?
I have never squirted like that.
That's a whole nother topic.
I had never seen that. You seen it
know.
before? I'm a creamer.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck up the whole house.
I like it both.
But nobody had ever got me to the point where I squirted like that. I'm not a squirter.
You might be.
You might be.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody will ever take me to that level.
You know how many times I've heard that?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get out of it. I'm gonna mind my business.
You know how many times I've heard that?
You know how many times somebody said that to me? Never.
I don't say anything. I just listen. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so we going to Philly when? All right, I call you.
That's on your Twitter. They could you can put that stuff on Twitter.
Yeah. So Twitter is like Pornhub.
I have a Twitter, but I haven't really put nothing on there.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, people.
Because
I got a lot on Twitter.
But I'm scared it's gonna be like not Snapchat. What's the other one? TikTok.
Nah,
No.
you can put all the porn you want on Twitter.
Mm.
They don't care. It's called acting now.
But how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this? Because you got a lot of family members, a lot of friends, and a lot of people that says, I support you, but I'm not in that lifestyle. Like, I support you and I can't share. Or I support you, but you're fucking going crazy. A lot of people think I'm going crazy, but a lot of people, I tell people all the time, like, I'm speaking my truth, right?
Right.
How do you go? How did you have to deal with this like with your family and friends? Like, why?
No, I didn't. I mean, because it ain't maybe because I'm around accepting people, and
I know I
live
have
my
a lot
truth.
of friends that be like, girl, I don't believe in that shit, but I sort of support you.
I mean,
Ain't that right, Liv?
it's probably a
See,
lot
my
different for
wife
women than it is
says
for
she
men.
don't
You
support
know what I
that shit
mean?
I do. She actually yelled at me and be like, "What the fuck is you on?"
I'm sure it's
I don't
different.
pay no attention because at the end of the day, when I close my door and I'm in my space in these four walls, what I do with my time, my body, his body, whatever, that's my business. When you go home, you happy with your husband. When you go home, you happy with your wife. You got what you got. Let me have what I have.
But I actually deal with somebody today. I had a conversation today. I said, "Are you ashamed of me?" He
But
was
do
like,
you think
"No,
that has to do with your ethnicity?
no." I think it's my lifestyle. Like, he loved the shit I do. He loved me sexually. He loved me doing the shit I do. But he was like, we just got to keep it on low key because my family and friends are not going to understand what you do. Like, how do I feel about that?
Then he ain't. Nope.
No?
Because now you got to hide your truth. So why not get with someone that's open and then you don't have to put that barrier.
That's what I said to him. I said, are you trying to hide me? Because I scream every day, like, I'm with you. Like, you're my man. You're my partner. I love you. This and this and this. But he's like, well, just don't let everybody know about us.
Maybe you weren't really his partner, or you weren't his girl. He was your man, but you weren't his girl. That's the thing. It's the thing these days. But it's in the past, so it don't matter. He not here.
Well, yeah, it's in the present right now. Like, I really like him right now.
So how you so then obviously it's not what you want because you have a void that's not being filled. And your energy,
like, sexually, like, we're great. Like, he's such a great dominant, but he's not really a dominant.
Literally just talked the whole hour about how every man that you deal with is not dominant, and
he's not dominant. But I like that he's.
You are so confused, miss.
He's very controlling. I like control sex, right?
Controlling and being dominant are not the same thing. Being able to maintain control of a situation is a completely different thing. When you say controlling starts getting red flags.
No.
Yes. He's like in the bedroom. Like
no, in the bedroom, like, he tells me what to do and I do everything he says. What's that mean?
That means he tells you what to do and you do everything that he says.
But ain't that a dom?
Not necessarily. No. Put your leg up. Man can tell you to put your leg up, arch your back, throw it back. That'll make you,
No,
I think other stuff. Have a more intimate, like, one-on-one conversation.
Maybe something like
so you can get a better.
Take off all your clothes, lay on the bed, and touch yourself until I tell you to stop.
He does do all that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I can tell by your response and your energy. He doesn't.
No, but I asked him today. I said, why don't you ever support me? I said, are you coming on the podcast today? He was like, no, I don't get into that stuff. We do this shit, though. So he's not for me. Okay.
He's not. And then you just told us that every man you deal with portrays to be dominant. And then when they get to the bedroom, they want you to dominate them.
They do.
That's what he does.
Do. He's dominant. And then
at what point do you take control of the situation in the bedroom?
When I climax.
When you're about to climax, or after you climax, or during climax?
The only reason I climax is when I control.
And how do you control?
When you're in control.
When I'm in control. I only climax when I'm in control.
And is that what everybody, or just with this particular person?
Everybody.
Okay. So how do you put yourself in control?
I'm on top.
So when you ride, so when he's on, so when you're on top of him, does he top from the bottom, or you controlling? Because if somebody's on top of me, I'm still in control. My hand is around your throat. It's not. Yeah,
I'm controlling.
It'll never be like that. I'm sorry.
So do you think I'm a dom?
I don't know what I think you are. I think you might have some dominant tendencies, and you might orgasm when you're riding someone. That'll make you a dom.
But that's the only way
there's a lot of. I would say I had somebody tell me that was a therapist and she did classes on helping women climax. She said every woman should know how to make herself orgasm from riding a person, and that's the comment that she made to me before. But I can understand it. So that should be the easiest way for some people. That's the conversation I had with the person.
So I read something today where it says to be in the BDSM play, you have to be sober, right?
You should be.
Yes. So that's the only way that you'll find your. I don't know the wording.
I mean, because you, depending on what type of practices you're doing, like, because some stuff can be if you're not in your right state of mind, you know what I mean? If you're intoxicated, you can really, really hurt somebody. You know what I mean? If I'm just spanking you casually, that's the difference. Or I'm flogging you casually. If I'm doing knife play, I don't want to be drunk doing knife play or be drunk doing fire.
But for a woman like me, I'm so like uptight. In real life, I'm real uptight and I'm really professional at all times. Sometimes I need that. So how do I?
It can happen. You just got to get the right person. And I can tell by the conversations you had earlier that that person he might be good for now, but he's not satisfying all your actual needs. You know what I mean? But sometimes you get temporary situations that are good for now, but not good for, the long run.
Instagram says, sounds like a challenge, love. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I thank you for coming on. I've been watching that video for like all day, literally. Like that scratching video.
I'm gonna send y'all a couple of more XXX videos so y'all can watch all day.
Because I used to have scratches on my back all the time. I did it myself. Is that weird?
No, it's not weird. I mean, it's not weird.
You sure?
I'm a behavioral health specialist.
People think like I went crazy. Like I like to cut. Like,
I understand it, but no. I mean, you are a masochist, and that's your form of pain, and that's cool. And I can cater to that. I can cater to that top tier because I'm an expert at sensory play.
Okay.
But then I would create a sensory overload for you.
Overloader, do it.
I can't wait. I can honestly say I can't wait to meet you personally. I want to see what type of limits I could go to, right? There's limits, right?
But y'all need to do that before y'all meet. But I think you definitely should come to the party.
So listen, let's talk about that off air and see what the numbers looking like and if we're able to make it happen. Because like I said, I'm supposed to be in because I would need to go from there to I would need to go from Ohio to Connecticut.
And I need to bring this type of energy to Cleveland. Like, honestly, Cleveland, Ohio has been so uptight lately. Like, it's a lot of women. There's a lot of women in my inboxes. Like, I want to do this. But my man won't let me. Like, I want to open it up to these women that want
to play parties and they be like, my husband won't. And it's just like,
yeah, my husband won't let me come. Or I sort of want to make it an event where the women are there to see. Maybe we should make an event right before the play party.
So what you would do is, if you want to add this conversation here, what you would do is you would have your party and you would add the BDSM aspect and have live demonstrations going during.
But it's going to be hard for men to be there. You see what I'm saying? So
it's not going to be hard for men to be there because they're going to see a girl climax, and I promise you, they love watching that shit.
A lot of men are very, they don't like other men in the room here.
No. What I'm talking about, if you're doing a play party, right? Mm-hmm. And you have single guys or couples, or I don't know what your mix is, but there are men
The next
So
one
you
is
have couples and single ladies, right?
Mhm.
And if you have a BDSM aspect, I was set up in an area where everybody can watch and it becomes entertainment and it becomes
Yes.
sexual entertainment. And I'm doing a BDSM scene and they're looking at it. They're looking at the girl climax and they're like, wow. And they're all going to come to me like, I need to learn that shit, bro, or whatever. So this is that. I do this all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it creates entertainment.
I said we should definitely talk about it. Like, do a Zoom.
So y'all, we have a conversation off, see if we can make it happen, see what it looks like financially, and the business aspect of it, and we take it from there, and then we can start a beautiful relationship. And you can work on a real collar.
So I don't. I want a cute collar. No.
Lord.
Anyway, so we've been on here an hour 45 minutes. So our limit is 2 hours. Is there anything else you want to ask Coco, or we were waiting on Flames to come on, but he said he couldn't get on, and I blame it on the droid. You got a droid phone?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I think today was very informative. I think it was good because there's a lot of people of color who are so uneducated on the lifestyle. So I think today definitely will be helpful, and maybe people kind of open up, get that broom out their butt, and go live life and explore.
Yeah, like explore life. Like this is, and it's like itching to me. Like I don't know. Like I want people to live life through me and Coco right now, because a lot of people that see my journey seen this, and I just want to be able to let them know that it's okay to be in this lifestyle. Like I started this lifestyle 10 years ago, but 10 years I lived the lifestyle with my so-called ex-boyfriend, but I'm still living this life. I love it and I crave it. I'm just looking for a life partner to be the same as me.
Like a like-minded life partner.
A like-minded person.
Go ahead.
No, just a like-minded person, just like me. But
yes, I was excited like when I got invited into the podcast because again, like me, I'm a closet person. Like I was always like very low key, but it's like I want to tell my story. I want to open up. I want to be able to provide. Like it's people that are professionals that still live a great lifestyle and that still just really can enjoy themselves and do the things they want to do, and I still can function and be normal and whatever else. But it's people that believe that you can't. So I love being a part of this, to be able to tell my story, because I got one too. So I do love that.
So Doug asked me, is this going to be your book? I do have a book coming out in August 26th. It is called Damn Love. There's the part of my stories that like 10 years ago of this lifestyle, but I don't think this part is going to be on this part of the book because I've already started editing my book, Doug. I started editing. I'm not adding no more things in here. It's been 10 years. So I'm editing and taking out a lot of stuff in my book. But maybe the next book, I'll put it in there. Maybe this will be a journey for the next book. Okay. Thank you, Doug, for asking that.
All right. Well, we are done here.
We are done. Do you have anything else to say?
Sir?
Sir.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram.
What would you like me to call you?
You call me sir, like everybody else. You gotta earn daddy.
Oh, okay. So hopefully by the time of the party, I could call you daddy. Okay. So how can we find you?
So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, SIRR.LEEZUS. That's sir with 2 R's .Leezus. And on Facebook, it's SIRR Leezus, LEEZUS.
Okay. So you guys that want to follow him, make sure you follow him, because we will try our hardest to bring him to Cleveland, because I already know you guys are in my inbox talking about it. So make sure you follow him. And we want to thank you for coming on for our episode 5. I'm halfway through season 3.
Yes.
Can't believe that. Oh my God. So next week, what is next week? Next week, I just looked at it up. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Next week is, Hold on.
Oh, is it thinking about her? Thinking about him? Why?
No. Next week is competing for him. Do we compete? Hold on. I'm gonna send the right one. Let me see. It is. Next week is should women compete for him? So that should be interesting. You think us women should compete for him? Like the better woman gets the man?
To me, this kind of lightweight go along with the topic from last week with the drizzle with the soul. It kind of line up with that a bit. But
Coco, do you realize that we started the drizzle in Cleveland? Like literally, there's so many people saying
people that did not know about it. And yeah, we definitely
definitely started it. So drizzle man, we need 10%. Okay, because if y'all get if y'all getting this money and these drinks and this dinner and this gas pump, me and Coco need a percentage because we actually hooked y'all up with all these drizzle women. Okay. Anyways, I'm over drizzle. Fuck that. It's sprinkle for me. Any man that thinks I was a drizzle is over with. I'm a sprinkle girl because I'm worth it. Anyway, we are worth it. So next week is should we compete for him? Yeah, let the better woman win.
I mean, I'm the best.
Right.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that next week though. That's gonna be a good one.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in again. This was a very great conversation, informational. This is one of our most informational podcasts that we had, and for anybody in the lifestyle. So hopefully we could book Sir, and hopefully we could upgrade to Daddy soon, but we'll see. But anyways, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next Monday.
Next week.
All right.
Bye. All right.
Thank you guys for tuning on. Next week is, what did I say next week was? All right. Next week is should women compete for him? Yes. He is a great man. He's a great catch. Should we compete for him? Yes, because I'm a great catch too. But I'm going to show you that I can win him. So let the better woman win. All right, y'all. You guys have a great night. And I'll see y'all next Monday.
These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused. How you playing and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you hype. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused. How you playing and these dudes can't play me like a fool. Don't mix me with your dude. See them lights got you hype. You a thought in my eyes, and it's not about to slide. Can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated. These hoes is overrated. I can't never let no dusty bitch come break my heart. Can't believe how I was nicking, we went way too far. Know that Ace gon' cut the queen, you better play your cards. You only poppin' on IG, girl, you ain't no star. Sack chasing gold digger with your friends too. Purse full of plan B, you getting ran through. Can't believe I cut for rap, I'm a damn fool. But the joke is on you, now you getting canceled. Must be dazed and confused how you playing these dudes. Can't play me like a fool, don't mix me with your dude. See them lights, got you hype, you a thought in my eyes. And it's not about to slide, can't hop in my ride. These hoes is overrated, these hoes is overrated. These hoes is overrated, these hoes is overrated. She thinks she going places, but these hoes is basic. They so overrated, these hoes is overrated. Must be dazed and confused how you playing these dudes. Can't play me like a fool, don't mix me with your dude. See them lights, got you hype, you a thought in my eyes. And it's not about to slide, can't hop in my ride.